the internet just exploded like someone tossed a lightning bolt into a Wi-Fi router. All because Karlissa allegedly dropped fictional, shocking details about Junior and fans. Immediately pointed fingers at Chrisean's so-called habits. One tiny hint, a pause, a raised eyebrow, and suddenly social media transformed into a digital courtroom, meme factory, and conspiracy hub all at once. Comment sections are melting down. Meme pages are sprinting like someone set their feeds on. Fire and fan accounts are acting like they just uncovered the secret files of a hidden drama empire. Screenshots of Karlissa's gestures are being treated like evidence. Every blink and sigh dissected frame by frame. If she pauses, it's confirmation. If she smiles subtly, it's proof. The audience doesn't care about reality. They crave the suspense, the scandal, the digital adrenaline rush of imagining a feud so epic it makes the Kardashians' wildest seasons look like preschool recess. Even harmless posts and emojis are being spun into dramatic plot points. The comment sections resemble war rooms, fans performing digital CSI to decode invisible truths. Each rumor, each exaggeration, each overanalyzed glance fuels the fictional firestorm, turning a single alleged comment into a saga bigger than any headline. Buckle up. This fictional scandal is about to spiral into the kind of chaos the internet lives for. The tension is palpable. The stakes are imaginary, yet thrilling, and the digital world is officially hooked. Every glance, every caption, every meme adds another layer to this over-the-top spectacle. The digital world erupted the moment Karlissa allegedly hinted at shocking details about Junior, sending fans into a frenzy over Chrisean's supposed habits. Social media feeds instantly became battlegrounds of speculation, screenshots flying like missiles, captions screaming with dramatic exaggeration, and memes transforming innocent expressions into scandalous confessions. Every pause, every raised eyebrow, every subtle shift in tone was treated as a coded message. As though Karlissa had accidentally exposed the secret files of an underground empire, ordinary behavior became evidence of a fictional crisis. Comment sections exploded with expert analyses, with users interpreting Karlissa's gestures as cryptic signals of impending drama. Some claimed a slight head tilt indicated hidden guilt, while a single blink supposedly confirmed long-standing secrets. Posts dissected her smiles, her silences, and even the shadows behind her in photos, crafting a narrative that no rational observer could follow. Fans weren't just watching, they were decoding, theorizing, and performing their own digital investigation in real time. Memes turned the saga into high art, with Nicki-style lightning strikes and superhero overlays portraying Karlissa as a prophet of revelation. One GIF placed her in a dramatic spotlight, captions claiming she had seen too much. Another meme stitched together unrelated photos, suggesting Junior's fictional condition was a consequence of Chrisean's chaotic lifestyle. Every exaggeration, no matter how absurd, was treated as irrefutable proof. The storyline grew faster than any verified report could sustain. Podcasters amplified the chaos, narrating every subtle movement as if it were a federal discovery. Slow-motion replays, dramatic music, and exaggerated zooms made ordinary pauses feel like cinematic cliffhangers. Every sigh, glance, and facial micro-expression was analyzed like a confession, creating a narrative tension stronger than the internet's caffeine addiction. Fans debated, theorized, speculated like elite detectives unraveling the mystery of the century. Though no concrete information existed, timeline historians joined in, linking past posts, interviews, and photos into an elaborate narrative chain. Old social media uploads were reinterpreted as warnings, subtle hints, or precursors to the alleged crisis. Every colored choice, hairstyle, and caption was dissected as symbolic of hidden truths. The fan base was addicted to decoding patterns, connecting dots that were never there. building a suspense-filled universe where imagination outweighed reality. Even the smallest details were weaponized. A neutral expression from Chrisean became evidence of chaos. A random outfit was analyzed as a secret signal. Side glances and emojis were repurposed as proof of misconduct. Social media had officially turned into a high-stakes theater of interpretation, where each observer became both critic and storyteller, blending facts with fiction until no one could distinguish one from the other. The rumors spread into full-blown digital drama as content creators produced exclusive analyses of every gesture. They added cinematic effects, dramatic filters, and fake charts linking gestures to fictional outcomes. Fans consumed these analyses like blockbuster trailers waiting for the next scene to unfold. Commentary threads became the new soap operas, each post interpreted as foreshadowing, strategy, or betrayal. The saga had become a self-propelling engine of hysteria and entertainment. Fans went further, creating fictional timelines charting Chrisean's alleged habits alongside Junior's supposed responses. Theories about cause and effect spiraled into absurdity, connecting everything from late-night social media posts to baby outfits as if the universe itself was conspiring. Side-eye analyses, laughter decoding, and imagined tone readings became mainstream discussion topics, and even casual observers felt compelled to participate. The scandal was alive, breathing, and growing with every click. Social media experts built entire dossiers with arrows, circles, and annotations on screenshots that added layers of drama. Background objects, lighting, and even furniture angles were presented as evidence of hidden truths. The audience treated them as legitimate intel, debating whether the signals indicated hidden conflict or impending revelations. Each new interpretation was eagerly consumed, ensuring the fictional scandal kept escalating with no need for verification. By the end of this first phase, the saga had evolved from a single alleged comment into a sprawling, multi-layered spectacle. Karlissa was now the central figure of a mythic narrative. Chrisean, a shadowy antagonist, and Junior, a symbolic pivot point around which the digital universe spun. The audience wasn't waiting for facts. They were waiting for the next meme, the next screenshot, the next overanalyzed post that could validate their imaginative theories. The stage was set for the escalation phase, where rumors would become chaos, and chaos would become legend. The fictional scandal escalated as every social media platform became a war zone of speculation, exaggeration, and overanalyzed drama. Fans dissected every new post from Karlissa, every subtle gesture from Chrisean, and turned ordinary images into explosive evidence. Memes multiplied like wildfire, portraying Karlissa as a prophetic figure and Chrisean as a mischievous instigator of chaos. Even minor interactions were spun into imagined confrontations, as if the universe itself had scripted a showdown between mythic personas. The digital audience was fully invested, treating imagination as undeniable truth. Influencers joined the frenzy with dramatic analysis videos, breaking down micro-expressions, body language, and alleged energy shifts like intelligence operatives decoding encrypted messages. Every blink, smile, or pause was interpreted as a critical plot point. Fans argued fiercely over the meanings of side glances, dress colors, and timing of posts, as if decoding these elements would reveal the climax of the scandal. The narrative now had the intensity of a thriller, with every follower acting as a detective in a digital soap opera. Comment sections transformed into virtual war rooms, where theories bounced off one another like rapid-fire gossip grenades. Someone claimed a subtle hand gesture by Karlissa indicated hidden knowledge. Another argued a simple caption from Chrisean was a deliberate distraction tactic. Users even cross-referenced unrelated interviews and posts, weaving them into a coherent yet entirely fictional narrative. Every imagined clue reinforced the story, building tension higher than any real-life confrontation could. Memes exploded, turning the saga into a visual spectacle. GIFs of Karlissa were edited to show lightning behind her, while Chrisean was animated in shadowy heroic poses. Dramatic captions predicted fictional consequences and over-the-top responses. Even users with no context felt compelled to join, sharing screenshots and adding commentary as if participating in an epic collective screenplay. The scandal had evolved from rumor into interactive fiction. With audience imagination as the main character, podcast creators fueled the chaos further, narrating with cinematic flair and suspenseful music. They replayed every alleged gesture multiple times, slowing down seconds to reveal supposed meaning. The public treated their commentary as gospel, adding credibility to a storyline that had no roots in fact. Fans began producing their own follow-ups, analyzing reactions and creating evidence boards from the most mundane content. Ordinary moments became extraordinary plot devices, reinforcing the fictional universe. Threads and fan pages developed complex timelines, linking Chrisean's alleged habits to Junior's fictional responses. Imaginary cause and effect chains formed across posts, videos, and captions. A lunch photo was interpreted as energy. Misalignment, a laugh in a live stream became emotional disruption. And a sideways glance supposedly predicted the next plot twist. Users treated their analyses with the seriousness of forensic science, further cementing the saga as a digital legend. Celebrity reaction pages joined, interpreting neutral posts from other artists as commentary on the fictional conflict. A singer's laugh in an unrelated video was declared support for Karlissa's narrative. A random celebrity story about meeting friends became strategic reinforcement for Chrisean's side. Each interpretation reinforced the narrative, expanding the fictional universe across multiple platforms. The escalation was self-reinforcing. The more absurd, the more attention, the more engagement. Even humor accounts elevated the drama, creating satirical breakdowns that unintentionally fed the hysteria. Cartoons, parodies, and exaggerated reenactments circulated with captions predicting imminent showdowns. Users consumed these like serialized drama episodes, commenting on every detail as if it were a crucial plot twist. Exaggeration became evidence. Absurdity became confirmation. And imagination became the dominant reality. Every interaction in the digital space was mined for clues. A like on a post was interpreted as a hidden endorsement. A comment deletion signaled cover-up. Every social media move, real or imagined, became a node in the escalating scandal map. Fans debated, cross-referenced, and theorized endlessly, solidifying the perception of a monumental conflict. The online world had transformed into a live, collective soap opera with no boundaries between reality and imagination. By the end of this escalation phase, the fictional saga had reached maximum velocity. Karlissa was elevated to prophetic status, Chrisean cast as the mischievous antagonist, and Junior became the symbolic pivot of the storyline. Social feeds were saturated with memes, videos, commentary, and fan analyses. Each new post added fuel, creating a digital snowball of hysteria, imagination, and over-the-top narrative complexity. The stage was set for the final act, promising dramatic fallout, shocking consequences, and a climax that would feel legendary, all in the realm of fiction. The fictional showdown had reached its fever pitch, and the internet was officially drowning in hype, speculation, and digital chaos. Karlissa was portrayed as a strategic mastermind, Chrisean as the mischievous catalyst, and Junior became the symbolic pivot for a narrative more explosive than any reality show reunion. Every post, every smile, every pause was overanalyzed, turned into viral proof, and shared like top-secret evidence. Fans treated screenshots as scripture, captions as coded messages, and rumors as undeniable truth, proving once again that imagination trumps reality on social media. Meme pages exploded with dramatic exaggeration. Karlissa was edited into superhero poses, lightning crackling behind her as captions screamed, "The truth has been revealed." Chrisean was transformed into a shadowy figure, plotting in every meme, GIF, and parody video. The community treated these absurd edits as fact, debating strategy, intentions, and hidden signals as though they were unraveling a clandestine operation. Every exaggeration fueled engagement, making the fictional saga more immersive and addictive than any verified report could ever be. Podcast creators and influencers amplified the hysteria further, narrating with suspenseful music, slow-motion replay, and dramatic commentary. Every micro-expression became a plot point, every glance a revelation. The audience debated fiercely over possible motives, imagined consequences, and predicted outcomes. Threads of speculation spread like wildfire, with users linking unrelated content into a cohesive, yet entirely fabricated timeline. The narrative had transformed from a single comment into a sprawling, interactive drama. Fans turned neutral content into evidence, reading meaning into emojis, outfits, and minor gestures. A sideways glance was proof of intent. A casual smile was considered manipulation. Even posts about mundane daily life became catalysts for imaginative theorizing. Social media feeds were now virtual courtrooms, war rooms, and theaters simultaneously, where audience members assumed roles as analysts, detectives, and directors of this high-stakes fictional saga. The escalation created a self-sustaining cycle of drama and speculation. The fictional consequences were limitless. Fans imagined confrontations, dramatic revelations, and public outbursts that never actually happened. They speculated about alliances, betrayals, and strategic maneuvers, building a labyrinthine plot out of thin air. Each new interpretation strengthened the narrative, reinforcing the perception of epic conflict. Memes, GIFs, and fan edits became canon in this digital mythology, fueling engagement and spreading the legend further across platforms. Even celebrity reactions were folded into the story, whether real or imagined. A laugh in a TikTok clip was confirmation. A red carpet glance was interpreted as a signal of strategy. A casual social media post was treated as a covert message. Everyone became a participant, contributing to a narrative that existed only because the audience demanded it. Social media had turned collective imagination into a living, breathing drama. Content creators escalated the spectacle further with fictional breakdowns and evidence boards, linking supposed patterns in posts and public appearances. Lines, arrows, and annotations transformed ordinary screenshots into epic storytelling devices. Users shared these obsessively, analyzing and reanalyzing as if the stakes were life or death. Absurdity became a tool for engagement. Creativity became proof. And hysteria became the standard for measuring impact. The climax of the saga arrived as discussion threads peaked. Debates raged and meme armies marched across platforms. Fans compared each expression, gesture, and post to strategic moves in a grand game of imagination. Even neutral observers were swept into the hysteria, decoding ordinary interactions as coded intelligence. The digital space resembled a chaotic battlefield with tension, suspense, and exaggeration at every turn. Fictional reality had officially overtaken facts as the dust settled. Karlissa's alleged revelations were mythologized. Chrisean's habits were exaggerated to legendary status. And Junior became the symbolic epicenter of an internet-created saga. Every participant in the frenzy had contributed to a narrative more intricate than any real-world event could justify. Screenshots, memes, commentary, and videos had all combined into a digital epic. Fully immersive and entirely fictional. The aftermath left the internet both exhausted and exhilarated. Fans laughed at their overanalysis, shared their favorite memes, and celebrated the dramatic spectacle they had collectively created. No real conflict had occurred, no revelations were made, and no child was involved. Yet the fictional story had produced engagement, entertainment, and suspense on a scale unmatched by any reality-based drama. The legend was complete, and the audience had participated in crafting its every twist. The saga proved that in social media culture, imagination is more powerful than facts. A single comment, a few gestures, and ordinary posts had been transformed into a narrative epic. Digital spectators had elevated fictional speculation into a story with heroes, villains, and climactic tension. Absurdity became evidence, exaggeration became canon, and engagement became currency. By the end, everyone involved in the digital frenzy had a role. Karlissa as the prophetic figure, Chrisean as the enigmatic antagonist, Junior as the symbolic pivot, and the audience as co-creators of legend. The saga existed not because of reality, but because imagination, anticipation, and the hunger for drama had merged into one unstoppable viral storm. And so the fictional showdown concluded with a clear lesson. Facts are optional. Speculation is mandatory, and social media will always transform the smallest spark into a legendary narrative. The story may have been made up, but the excitement, hysteria, and cultural footprint were real. In the end, the digital world had experienced one of the most elaborate fictional scandals of all time, proving once again that entertainment thrives on imagination, exaggeration, and collective obsession. The internet never forgets the thrill of drama. The audience never forgets a story they helped build. And the saga lives on, fully immortalized in meme, GIF, and rumor. And there you have it, the wildest, most over-the-top saga you didn't see coming, fueled entirely by imagination, exaggeration, and a single alleged comment. Karlissa as the prophetic figure, Chrisean as the enigmatic antagonist, and Junior as the symbolic pivot in a fictional story so dramatic it makes reality TV look like a nap. Screenshots, memes, GIFs, and overanalyzed expressions have transformed a tiny spark into a full-blown legend, proving that the internet thrives on spectacle, not truth. So smash that like button like it owes you a fortune in meme royalties. Drop your wildest theory in the comments. The outfit decoding, emoji signals, or the imaginary strategy meetings that never happened. I want every blink, every sigh, and every subtle gesture interpreted and exaggerated. The comment section should explode with creativity, chaos, and digital detective work. Because this story only grows more legendary when we all participate. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because Expose Express is where imagination becomes news. Rumors become legends, and silence screams louder than reality. Tomorrow, someone will sneeze, blink, or post an ordinary caption, and we'll be right back, spinning it into cinematic chaos. Keep your feeds ready, your popcorn stocked, and your theories wilder than ever. This is your headquarters for viral drama. Outrageous exaggeration and fictional scandals so epic you'll forget they aren't real. Reality may be boring, but imagination turns a simple comment into a digital. Masterpiece. Stay tuned, stay speculative, and stay part of the legend. Welcome to Expose Express, where every rumor is epic, every pause is dramatic, and every blink could spark the next viral eruption. The next fictional meltdown is already forming in the comments.